So if you were to paint me into a corner and force me to prioritize what tool in what order to replace and look in terms of A2L features and updates, I'd really start with the crux of our most expensive tools. So our vacuum pump and our recovery machine. These are the two tools that are the most expensive, most likely in our vans. They are the most complex in nature, and they consume the largest amounts of electrical energy. From there, moving down the line, a leak detector that can actually sniff out A2L refrigerants would be important as well. And if it can't sniff out everything, we want to at least make sure that R454B and R32 are both refrigerants that can be detected by your current leak detector. Last in line would be a manifold. This is more of a luxury because, again, you can always, provided that you can measure pressure, you can convert that into a pressure, whether it's an A2L refrigerant, an A3, an A1, etc. The key is, though, is it already built into your manifold? Is it already part of the existing scale on your analog gauge? Is it imported and part of the data inside your digital manifold? This is a luxury and a convenience, but if we are going in order of what to replace and when, those are my four. We have 4 recovery machines available today that are A2L compliant. This is the NR7. This is our newest tool to the lineup of A2L ready recovery machines. And again, a DC motor is inherently sparkless, which is going to contribute to that idea of limiting exposure to flammable vapors. Things like manifolds are something that every technician needs, and it is not going to be a requirement to purchase a new manifold for A2L refrigerants. That said, you want to make sure that your manifold is ready to deliver the most accurate readings, which is why a digital pressure transducer, as opposed to a board-in tube in an analog gauge set, is superior. We want our manifold to be able to read and register A2L refrigerant pressure temperature relationships so that the technician doesn't have to consult with a paper or an app version of a PT chart. The N2DX Flex manifold bridges the gap between digital accuracy with analog visuals that allow a technician to troubleshoot a system with the reliable accuracy of digital sensors, but with the visual interpretation of fluctuations that you get from seeing a needle.
With the A2L transition that's occurring, our tools are supporting, that refrigeration that's A2L. You have to have A2L compatible tools, and especially for the tools that come into contact with the refrigerant, that's kind of the requirement that everybody's out there talking about. And the number one tool that we have that does that is, our vacuum pumps. And what I have here in front of me is our newly launched 2CFM 18-volt battery-powered vacuum pump. It is actually gone through a whole lot of testing and certification from some of the nationally recognized testing laboratories. It is CSA, it's also UL 1450 compliant. It follows all those ETL guidelines. So basically what that translates into is that it's safe to be used around any of the A2L refrigerants. So that's the number one thing, is being able to provide that technician with the right tool to do the job, as well as the right tools to continue doing their job.
I want to talk a little bit today about our A2L product offering as we venture into the new realm of the A2L refrigerants. We do have a guide for A2L products here. I'm holding it up just for a second here, but Yellow Jacket's goal over the last several years has been to work on converting all of our products towards the A2L platform, make sure that we've got the new refrigerant on our minds as we move forward. So we've got recovery machines, vacuum pumps, and leak detectors, as well as our digital tools and our analog tools are gearing towards A2L. We also have come up with, and with first to the market, with their A2L tank adapters, as well as A2L hoses. I do today want to talk about one particular product, which is A2L compatible, approved, whatever you want to call it. That's our Titan Max digital manifold. Titan Max digital manifold is our second generation of manifold. We've made many improvements on our first generation, geared towards making the day and the life of a service technician easier and more efficient. The digital interface is a touch screen, unlike any other in the marketplace, where you get to basically move around just like you would utilize your iPhone or or your Android phone. So familiarity makes it easy for the user, the technician, to kind of navigate through this. Tried to make it easier for everybody on the back side of our unit where you store your temperature clamps. We are now by magnet. We're by magnet because it makes it easier to store and are out of the way. And our vacuum sensor, which is a wired vacuum sensor that comes with the unit, is also stored directly back here. Once the user does make all those connections, these very strong magnets will stick to any cabinet of any refrigeration or air conditioning system, again, making it easier for the contractor to do their job. They can position it the way they want to. We do have a hook on the backside which swivels, but that sometimes gets you in a little bit of an odd angle on looking at the data that's represented to you. The good thing about the interface, again, getting back to the digital interface, is all of your sessions are pressure and temperature evacuation, and very easy to go through. Pressurized leak test, which Yellow Jacket brand brought to the marketplace in our first generation. It's now a standard on all digital manifolds out there. We'll also do your psychrometric readings, giving you all the information on the screen.